In a quiet town on the edge of medieval Europe, a boy named Nicolaus Copernicus grew up staring at the night sky. While others saw mystery, he saw patterns. The stars seemed to whisper to him, and the planets moved in ways that didn't match the stories people believed. Everyone around him was certain that Earth sat proudly at the center of the universe. But Copernicus felt something was off, something unspoken, something waiting to be discovered. As he grew older, he studied mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and law. He became a church canon, a respected scholar, and a calm, thoughtful man. But no matter what he did during the day, his nights always belonged to the sky. He watched the planets drift across the darkness, and slowly, a daring idea began to form in his mind. What if Earth wasn't the center at all? What if the sun held that place, and Earth was just another traveler moving around it? It was a dangerous thought. Challenging the old belief meant challenging centuries of tradition. Copernicus wasn't a rebel by nature. He didn't shout or argue. Instead, he worked quietly, carefully, writing down his calculations, checking them again and again. He knew the truth was powerful, but he also knew the world might not be ready for it. For years, he hesitated to publish his work. He feared misunderstanding, criticism, and conflict. But he also understood that knowledge loses its purpose if it stays hidden. So he wrote a book that would change everything, on the revolutions of the heavenly spheres. It explained his heliocentric model, the idea that the sun, not Earth, sits at the center of the system. Over time, a dramatic myth grew around his life. Many people began to believe that Copernicus was killed by the Church or the Pope for his revolutionary ideas. It's an easy story to imagine, a brave scientist silenced for speaking the truth. But the reality is far quieter. Copernicus was never harmed. He lived peacefully, respected by the Church, and even dedicated his book to the Pope. The confusion comes from what happened after his death. Later scientists, especially Galileo, were punished for supporting the same ideas. People mixed their stories together, and the myth of Copernicus being killed took root. The truth is that Copernicus died of a stroke in 1543 at the age of 70. As the story goes, he briefly regained consciousness just long enough to see the first printed copy of his book placed in his hands. After a lifetime of quiet work, he finally saw his ideas take physical form, and then gently, he slipped away. He never lived to see the revolution he started, but his ideas spread across Europe, inspiring Kepler, Galileo, Newton, and generations of thinkers who